Hey guys, what's up? Darkroad117 here. Haven't made a video in a couple of days, so I've been trying to make a Steelswarm deck lately, and I've come up with a few good ideas to how to build it and how to make it extremely competitive. So I'm just going to share my deck ideas for Steelswarms with you guys, and hopefully I'll have the deck actually built soon so I can show you my build exactly. Right now I do not have all the cards I need, and I'm still testing out on Dueling Network and seeing what works and what doesn't. So I'm just going to show you what so far of my testing has brought me. So with the fruits of my studies, I've come to find that only 5 Steelswarms are really effective in a deck. 5 different Steelswarms, 3 of each card. So those Steelswarms being Gearstag, Moth, Caller, Scout, and First Step Towards Infestation. So all these cards debuted in Hidden Arsenal 5 are all really cheap and easy to get, as all the cards are in Hidden Arsenal 5. So I chose these 5 because these have all the best effects and just make the deck work. With 3 at each, it's plenty of Steelswarm support to have it called a Steelswarm deck. So I'm going to run 3 Steelswarm Gearstag. I need 1 more. I have 2 right now. He is hands down the best Steelswarm tribute monster there is. He just makes the deck work. With the Moth having to have you pay life points, he just works hand in hand with it, makes you gain the life points when you use his effect, which is when he's tribute summoned by tributing a Steelswarm monster, and he only needs 1 tribute even though he's 7 stars if it's a Steelswarm monster. So when you tribute that Caller or Scout for him, you can send, not destroy, 1 card in your opponent's side of the field to the graveyard and gain 1,000 life points. So that's just a amazingly broken deck. Effect. I don't know how to describe it. It's just, you can't get any better than that. So basically, he pops 1 from your opponent's side, and you gain 1,000, and just great. So he is the main tribute monster you usually want to tribute for. Then we have Steelswarm Moth, who is also amazingly broken. What he does is when he's tribute someone by tributing a Steelswarm, you can pay 1,000 life points to target up to 2 cards your opponent controls and return them to the hand. So he double bounces 2 of your opponent's cards when you tribute summon him, and you pay the 1,000. But not a big deal really, because Gearstag just has you gain the 1,000 back whenever you tribute summon him. So just great cards, work hand in hand, and really high attack, 2,600 for Gearstag and 2,400 for Moth. Then I run 3 Caller, or will be running 3 Caller, because when he's tributed for a Steelswarm monster, you can special summon 1 level 4 lower Steelswarm monster from your deck. So you can either get another Caller out to tribute him and get another Caller out, or you can, when Caller is tributed, you can tribute him to get a Steelswarm Scout out. So just really good deck, good for swarming, and I like it. Also, he's a 1,700 beater, so he can go face to face with Tengu and Wangu and other cards like that, so good normal summon beater for the deck. Next, last monster Steelswarm is Steelswarm Scout. He is a 1-star Treeborn Frog, except he's just not as good as Treeborn Frog, but still. He can come back during the start of your main phase. One reason he's not as good. So he can come back during the main phase. The turn you do this, you can't special summon, and he can only be tributed for the tribute summon of a Steelswarm monster. So his effect is very restricted, so the pretty much only way he's used is for Moth and Gearstag. but still, he's amazing. You need him at 3. He's your main tribute fodder for all your Steelswarms, and just keeps coming back. Because with this deck, I'm not going to run any traps, so just to maximize the effectiveness of Steelswarm Scout, just so every turn he can come back no matter what. Just unlimited tribute fodder until he gets removed somehow, if you ever do that. So, amazing lineup, and the last Steelswarm card I use is First Step Towards Infestation. Now this card needs to be run at 3 in every Steelswarm deck, no matter what it is. It is just the best card, like, ever for Steelswarms. What it is, quick play spell card, return 1 face-up tribute summon Steelswarm monster you control to the hand and draw 1 card. So that is just amazing. Alright, so I'm gonna have a scenario for you right now. Alright, graveyard, hand. So, say, start your main phase, you have nothing on the field, Steelswarm Scout comes back. Steelswarm Gearstag only needs 1 Steelswarm to tribute, so tribute Scout for Steelswarm Gearstag. On their field, they have a, let's say, I don't have any card here. I have some cards handy right here. They have their Evigishki Soul Ogre and 1 set back row. So, you tribute summon your Steelswarm Gearstag, and then you ask for response. They respond with a bottomless trap hole. You then can target their Evigishki Soul Ogre, send it to the graveyard, and gain 1,000. Wait. Fuck, did I do that right? Alright, no. Alright, this chain is kind of difficult, actually. Alright, tribute summon him, you wait for their response, they respond with bottomless, then you First Step Towards Infestation, chain that to the bottomless, which is chained to Steelswarm Gearstag's effect. So First Step Towards Infestation would resolve, sending this back to your hand, and you draw your 1 card. Then bottomless with chain, nothing, and then he would go to the graveyard and you gain 1,000 in that chain. So obviously you have plus 1 card. This is now in the graveyard, and next turn you can bring back Scout and tribute summon him, and use the card you drew into. So amazingly broken combo. And yeah, so that's it for the Steelswarms I'm going to be using. Thumbs up for the Gishkis getting owned by Steelswarms. So, alright, for some cards I'm putting in the Steelswarm deck would be Blackluster Soldier. Oh my god, a Blackluster Soldier. Never seen that before. Chaos Sorcerer, just for the special summoning, since the deck doesn't really have it. So, really good for the deck. Next is Gores, Caius, Dark Arms, Sandgan. So these are all dark monsters except Envoy. Really good. Dark Arm Dragon, obvious. Sandgan, obvious reasons. Caius, there's going to be times when you want to tribute summon Caius and have a non-Steelswarm to tribute. So he just comes in handy a lot. And Gores, for obvious reasons. Next, Dandelion and Glow Up. Dandelion offers those 2 tokens as tributes, and he's tribute fodder himself. Glow Up Ball brings the whole synchro factor into the deck, just makes it 10 times better. Then, Effect Valors and Rykos. Rykos are basically destruction and floaters. Effect Valors are light monsters in the grave, and you can negate effects, and also Rykos are light monsters in the grave. Next, some spell cards I'm going to tech in are 2 creature swaps. These can be used really good with Steelswarm Scout, because you can summon Scout if you have no way to get him in the grave, creature swap him, then attack him with the card you took from your opponent, get it in the grave, so he's able to use your next turn. Also, you can do this with Sangan, get him in the grave, and Dandelion, get him in the grave. So, amazing card. Next is Pot of Dualities, just because this deck doesn't have its own draw power, so Dualities are a perfect card for that. Then Foolish Burial to get Scout in the graveyard, or a Light Monster you don't have in the graveyard to get BLS and Chaos Sorcerer out. And 1 for 1 to go faster into Scout and Glow Up Bulb, or Effect Valor if you really need to synchro and have Glow Up Bulb in the graveyard without an effect. So, that's it for the deck, guys. Well, not really the deck, my deck ideas. Stay tuned for my deck that I'm gonna be building, and like this video if you liked seeing the Gishkis getting pooped on by Steelswarms, and like this video if you want to see my Steelswarm deck completed soon. So thank you guys for watching. Please comment, like this video, and subscribe.